Hello everyone, it's Stamp Ventures from Shauna. It's Stamp Ventures with Shauna from Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, Canada. I think I was going to say it's Stamp Ventures from Shauna. Okay, we're off to a good start here. Welcome to my video, everyone. I'm excited. I can't think straight, partly because I've been excited all day long about Celebration and the new mini catalog, and yeah, I'm going to share some things that are now available for card makers and crafters, and I'm going to demonstrate how to make this pretty pink and slightly iridescent Christmas card. Not the traditional Christmas card colors that you'd might normally see, but I love it. I love the pink in it, and I love the iridescence in it. And so that's what I'll be showing you in just a few minutes. Okay. Now I am trying to, let's see, watch this video on your TV. No, that's fine. I don't need to watch it on my TV. There we go. I'm just syncing up with the iPad here, so if there are some comments that come through, I'll be able to see them. So, oh, hello, Lori. Thanks for hopping in tonight. So, Celebration. Well, no, let's back up. Mini catalog. Stampin' Up! Has a great big annual catalog that they come out with once a year. But then we also have two mini catalogs. We have one that starts in the summer/fall, and then one that starts after Christmas in January. So this is the July through December 2021 mini catalog. It's starting a month late. It says July, but by the time they had printed this, these months here, they realized that Stampin' Up! Realized they weren't going to get all the product in on time for this mini catalog. So it started today, August 3rd. And yeah, it goes till the end of December. Towards the end of the sales period, like into November and December, some things may become unorderable. The really popular things may disappear. So always to keep that in mind. In addition, starting today is Celebration. And we used to only have Celebration once a year, but now we have Celebration 2.0. We're having it a second time here in August and September. And so basically the way Celebration works is when you place an order, and it can be from the mini catalog or it can be from the larger annual catalog, and your products before shipping and tax total $60. You can pick out a free item from the Celebration brochure, and that's for every $60. So you might put in a $60 order right away and pick out something, and then maybe, 3 or 4 weeks down the road you decide, oh, I really want a few more things, and maybe the next time it's a $120 order, so then you get to choose 2 more items from the brochure. I never even counted as to how many things there are, how many free things there are to choose from here, but I'll show them to you in just a minute, and you'll get a better idea. Also during Celebration, there is special rewards for hosts. And so if you'd like to have a gathering with some friends and earn some free product, or if you want to just put in a really big order and reach the host value, the value where the host rewards kick in, then yeah, there's a special reward for you there. And also for anyone who's interested in ordering the Stampin' Up! Starter Kit, there are some special perks for that as well, and I'll show those to you in just a few minutes. Yeah, and for those of you who just hopped on after I've done a quick, and I'm going to do I'm not going to do a really long go through of these brochures, but we're going to do a quick sail through them, and after that I'm going to show you how to make this super cute card, and it's a good one for using up some of your designer series paper. So I'm going to turn the camera down and we'll get started. Here we go. Okay. Let's see if I can cover up this lens so nobody decides to get motion sickness. Let's see how close that is. Ooh, yeah, that's pretty close. And I'm gonna plug in my earbuds. I have to be honest, the bugs haven't been that bad this summer. But I noticed that we are starting to get into wasp season. And so the wasps are always a little bit of a deterrent. They make it so it's not so fun, especially if you want to eat outside at this time of year. Okay, so got my Nippets. Nippets by Simpkins, established in 1921. They clarify the voice and clear the throat. Pure licorice pellets. Time to have my pellets so that my voice doesn't go all crazy when I'm trying to talk to you. Okay. So, quickly, I'm going to show you some of the free things that you can pick out from the celebration brochure. I don't have absolutely everything, but I have quite a nice selection. And, well, it may give you an idea of what you will choose when you place your order. Now this is interesting. Just realized I didn't change my code here. There is now a new code, and it's for August. Oh, this is going to look really nice. And, you know, I think if I turn my iPad around, I might be able to look up what that code is. Let's see. Where's the quickest way to go? Oh, I know. I'm going to be sending out a newsletter very soon, and I think I've got it in my newsletter. And I remember that part of the code is DUZZ, but that's in the middle of it. I need something before it and something after it. And basically, if you use the host code, if your order is over $80, I'll be sending you, this should say 80, not 90, some embellishments of the month, just as a thank you, and that's your share of the host rewards. If your order is over 200, don't use the host code because you'll qualify for 10% in host spending. And if your order is really big, like $375, there's a special host reward that kicks in. It's called In Your Words, and it's a super cute set with lots of nice sayings. And I just realized I forgot to pull that off my shelf. Shoot. Okay. I did want to share that with you. Oh, no, wait a second. I thought that I had the host code here on my iPad. And now, let's see. What's going to be the quick way of, okay, I think I can still find it. I just have to, it's not as quick as I had hoped. Oh, for Pete's sakes. That didn't work like I had wanted it to. You know when you're in a hurry and you want to try and find something fast. Okay, this maybe will help me. Okay. Oops, I hit the wrong button. Oh, there it is. Okay. Before the DUZZ, it's MGDUZZ 7F. So, yeah, this video is just going so well tonight, isn't it? Woohoo! I started off by saying the wrong thing, and then I didn't have my code, and let's see, what else can I do so fabulously? Okay, now I'm going to save and exit that, and we'll see if I can get back on to Facebook, and there we go. All right. Hey, if anybody is still there,
give me a thumbs up. So I'm like, maybe I've lost you all by now. Oh, Emmy is there. Hello, Emmy. Okay, celebration. Here are the items that you can choose really quickly. There is the Bee Dazzling Specialty Paper. It's a 6x6 package of 8 pieces of this dazzling paper, and someone that I saw called it the disco ball paper. This item is only while supplies last. So if you really like the disco ball Bee Dazzling paper, then make sure you put that on your first order. Okay, next thing that you can get for free is the penguin paper. And the penguin paper coordinates with the Penguin Place bundle. And that's on page 33 of the mini catalog. And it's a punch. So the punch will punch out the penguin that you can stamp, and then it might punch out the odd penguin from the paper. And then there's all kinds of other cute little critters. And I'm not going to show them all to you, but they are really sweet. Very super cute. I think that's going to be pretty popular too. Okay, Feels Like Home is a lovely fine line stamp set like that, and it's red rubber, I believe. And I noticed when I was on the Stampin' Up website today, there's a video I can share with you. I need to remember to share that video at some point. If I forget, somebody send me a message and say, Shauna, remember to share that video, the Feels Like Home video. So then there's some black and white paper called Beautifully Penned, and it coordinates with the hand-penned petals bundle that's in the annual catalog. So lots of black and white and grayscale, and I think it's like 4 designs. Let's see. Oh, I don't know. Definitely 12 pieces, 4 designs, 3 of each, or 3 designs, 4 of each, something like that. So not as many different designs as there are in our standard 12 by 12 packages. Whoop. Let's see, how many did I get there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there we go. 3 designs, 4 of each. I think that's how it's going. All right, cruising along. Some more beautiful paper. I really like this one because it's got that red and black. There's a name for that too. You know, the one that's like the lumberjacket. And lots of traditional and woodsy colors and patterns in this one. And this one is called Peaceful Prints. And there's just some neutrals prints on the back, not necessarily Christmas, things you could use for guy cards, even a birthday card for something like that. Yeah. Okay, and we're making our way through the celebration choices. Here we go. Counting Sheep. This you can get with 1 order of $60. It's the Cling stamp set, Counting Sheep. There we go. One of my demonstrator friends named these 3 sheep. She said that was Stella the sheep, and that was Sheila the sheep, and that was, I can't remember their names, but I thought it was so cute that she named them. Then there are coordinating dies to go with the Counting Sheep, and that could be with another $60 order. The dies are only while supplies last because they are manufactured outside of North America, and so the stamped sheep will be available to the very end of the celebration. The dies will be while supplies last. So on to another item. We have 2 things on these pages, and I did not choose to order these. This is called Textures and Frames stamp set. It wasn't one that really I was all excited to play with. Just wasn't my cup of tea. But some people who are really into artsy and splotchy and things like that, they might like it. I did not get these dies either. They're free with a $120 order. And the reason I didn't is because I do not have the stamp set that they coordinate with. This stamp set is from the annual catalog. It's on page 153 and it's called the Shaded Summer Stamp Set. And so these are dies that will coordinate with that. And again, as with the sheep dies, these dies are only available while supplies last. Okay, I did get this beauty. This is the Delicate Dahlias. And what really excited me about this stamp set is, the word's gone from me again. This distinctive stamp. It doesn't say that anywhere on here that it's distinctive, but I have seen people who have done some samples and the dahlia is absolutely stunning and three-dimensional. And then there are a couple other florally things that are distinctive as well. And then just some outline images that could be colored and some lovely words too. I can see myself using the thank you kindly and the heartfelt sympathy one quite a bit. So I think that's it for earn with a $60 order or $120 order. Then towards the back here, there is this special set of in your words, and they are some good words like there is magic in every beginning, and your birthday came, your birthday went. Here is the card I should have sent. Be who you were born to be. Some really kind of inspirational words, and they're free with host gathering and orders of $375, or it could just be a very large order that you place yourself. So keep that beautiful set in mind. And then here at the back, they don't, oh yes, they do list them. Here they are. So if you decide you want to get the Stampin' Up! Starter Kit, the starter kit's always a great deal because you only pay $135, but you get to select $165 in product. So it could be product from this catalog, it could be product from the annual catalog. It's your choice. It's up to $165 that you can pick, but only pay the $135, and there's no shipping and tax on that. But during celebration, which goes from today until the end of September, there are 12 different bundles, so that's stamp sets and die sets that you can choose from to add on to your kit for free, just as a celebration perk. So if you have any questions about the starter kit, I would sure do my very best to help you and answer your questions. I never want to pressure anyone if they're just curious and have questions to ask. So, okay, Amy says, hey, I'm just asking if you can make me a congrats card for this Saturday. Oh, by 6:30 p.m., like a wedding card. Okay, Emmy, I will get back to you. I have an event all day on Saturday, but if I can get that card made tomorrow, I don't think I can make it. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Wednesday. I might be able to make it on Thursday. So message me to remind me about the card, and yeah, and we'll see how that goes. Okay. I'm not going to do a whole long spiel about this because there's tons of wonderful things happening in the new mini catalog. Couple things to point out. First of all, this little note. If you live here in the city of Moose Jaw and you're perhaps one of my customers or club members and you're like, why didn't I get a copy of this? That's because I ordered them in and I haven't gotten around to getting them out into your mailboxes, which is just terrible. So tomorrow, my plan is to drive around in my air-conditioned car and give you copies of these two brochures. So Moose Jaw people, thank you for your patience. And right off the bat, I did want to point out that there is a lovely stamp set that is going to be a fundraiser that will go to heart health initiatives. So $4 from the purchase of this set goes to help people with heart conditions. So, and it has some lovely sayings on it. There are going to be some new kits coming, and they gave us a sneak peek on these pages here, and now they're not telling us when the kits are coming. They just keep saying at some point they'll be available, but they are super duper cute. So that's part of our new things that'll be coming in our kits collection. You know, the ones that come in a box just like this. They are not, the kits collection are not the paper pumpkin kits. They're similar, but they're not a subscription. Our first beautiful sweet is the gingerbread and peppermint. It's like a mega sweet, and it's all things yummy and gingerbready. And I think it was last week I showed you how to put together the pretty pillow box dies. That's where you'll find them, as on page 9, and lots of yummy paper. More yumminess here on these pages. This is just a lovely bundle because every one of these dies has snowflakes, and it has stitching. Beautiful, beautiful. Flying through, there's our first punch that's available. And here are the wise men, which would be if you love to do the stained glass look or coloring, they're lovely like that. Here's our second mega sweet, and actually I'm going to be using this stamp set, and this set of dies tonight to create my pink and slightly iridescent Christmas card. So that's where I got these items from, is page 17. To be honest, I did not order this set of dies. These are very detailed, and I just didn't know how much I'd use the detailed ones. So I stuck with those 3 things. I think I heard that during our pre-order, like demonstrators for the month of July are allowed to order like 1 of each thing in here. Well, if it's paper, you're allowed to order 2 of it because it's consumable. And I heard that this painted Christmas paper really flew off the shelves. So yeah, I think they had one of the artists create the painted look of the berries and the leaves and the pine cones, and then they made paper out of their paintings. Okay, so and there's more information about the painted Christmas suite. There's a fun one called Words of Cheer, and the words can go in different directions. This was a returning favorite from last year. This snowman is super cute. A cloche bundle. So there are cloche dies and shaker domes. Wait a second. Cloche shaker domes in the annual catalog. And now they have another set that works with the cloche shaker domes. And here's some words that work with the encircled wreaths. They're encircled in beauty dies. They're the dies that are, they're just like doilies. And some of our first specialty paper here in this mini catalog, the silver foil pack. And it says it's in brushed finish, matte finished, and mirrored. Okay, flying along. Here's the paper I'm going to be using for my card tonight. It's from the Whimsy and Wonder, and I love everything on this page. I didn't end up getting the stamp set and dies, but oh, I think this is going to be my first product share that I offer. This is the paper that has the iridescence in it, and then there is the wonderful snowflake, iridescent snowflakes that come in a package like this, and then there's some frayed grosgrain ribbon that I'll be using as well tonight. It's super cute, different, non-traditional Christmas colors. I issued a challenge yesterday. It wasn't my typical Mystery Card Monday. It was a challenge to share a card that used designer paper, because we have lots of us have designer paper that we really need to get using, and we just need permission and ways to use it. And so when my video is done, I'm going to be making the draw for that, and the person whose name I draw will be receiving 1 sheet of iridescent snowflakes. And I was watching a video today by Sarah Douglas, who is the CEO of Stampin' Up, and she was so smart. She pointed out not only in 1 sheet do you get like 6 laser cut iridescent snowflakes, but you get this paper here that's in between that you could punch and die cut other small shapes out of and create more iridescent things. So I'm like, oh, Sarah, thank you for showing us that, because I never even looked at it that way. So I will be doing that after my video. Okay, carrying on, there's a deer, some deer, peaceful deer with a deer punch, and a beautiful bird, and I should probably know what bird. I don't know. A chickadee? I don't know what kind of bird it is. Maybe some of you who are birders know. And then another punch that has holly. So a few punches, several punches in this catalog. There's a pack of snowmen, Snowbody Better, and some cute snowmen and tree and sled to color in, some great fun Christmas wishes with lots of different fonts, interesting kinds of fonts too, not just your standard. Sweet stockings, and this is the suite that has the cute paper with the dogs and the kitties on it, so it works for all of you pet lovers out there. And some really kind of bright and fun Christmas colors with the sweet stockings. I like how you can have the different little animals peeking out from the stockings in this one. And yeah, they've used some of the pet wording, like Santa Paws is coming to town, delivering cheer. This is super fun. So you can mix and match the two bottoms with the tops. So the girl, I don't know if it would be a guy, I think it would be a girl, because this wearing dresses, the girl could carry a little mini Christmas tree or a pile of presents or a bouquet that's wrapped in paper, and it's kind of got a retro look to it. Here's the penguins that I mentioned before, has the coordinating celebration paper, and there's some fun little words in this one. I like you a lot'll. It's like a little except a lot. Some background stamps, some knitting background stamps, some candy cane background stamps, and some returning foil paper from last year. Oh, hi Ines. Yeah, you caught me tonight. Yes, Emmy. Yeah, there are some super cute things in here. Peaceful Place. Okay, so this is called Peaceful Cabin and the coordinating dies. And for my October club class, I'm going to be using those. I quite like this. I like that the cabin, it could be used for Christmas. Could also be used for just cards for guys and wintry scenes. And this paper here is magnificent. It's a specialty paper. Oh, there's some velvet snowy paper too. Okay. Going to go pretty fast here because I want to get to making my card. There are the Arctic bears while we're in the snow theme. There are some bright baubles, lots of fun for color, people who like coloring there. For Unto Us, these words are returning favorites as well. They were popular in last Christmas's catalog, and yeah, some very traditional types of Christmas words there. Red velvet paper. I think I heard the red velvet paper might already be on back order. I'm not sure who ordered all that paper and what they are going to do with it, but it should be interesting to see what pops up in Pinterest and those things. Oh, there's my angels and the Merry Melody embossing folder. I ordered these two and look forward to using those in classes. Here's Merriest Moments. And this has a really interesting hybrid embossing folder. So not only does it emboss, but it cuts too. And so there's a piece in here that you actually put, well, there's a picture of it. I don't know how well you can see that. You actually put the cutting blade right in the middle of your embossing folder, which kind of scares me. I need to get one of these hybrid embossing folders and learn how to use it. I don't have them yet. There's this one in the mini catalog, and then there's also one in our annual catalog. And if you haven't found it, now I'm challenging you to go see if you can find it. Love, 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 love these colors. Now, unfortunately, this paper is not available yet. That just reminded me of something else. There's something else that's not available. And again, it's because it hasn't come in the shipments from overseas. The other thing that's not available, where is it? They are the gingerbread and peppermint memories and more card pack and the coordinating cards and envelopes. So those two items are not available right now, and I guess as soon as they receive them in the warehouse, then Stampin' Up! Will turn on the code, and that goes for the same thing with this Blackberry Beauty specialty paper. And yeah, this is gonna fly off the shelf. And I think this gold shimmer ribbon actually went into back order during the demonstrator pre-order time, as it's popular too. Okay, some beautiful snowy, naturey scenes. I think there's some cool things that we're going to see on Pinterest with that. Lots of interesting textures with the gorgeous leaves. Yeah, I actually saw a sample that my friend made. It's a tutorial that I'm going to have available for people who place orders with me this month. It's just beautiful what she did with that. More fall. There's pretty pumpkins. And then there's Nuts About You, squirrels, if you like whimsical stamps. And a little bit of Halloween, because once we're getting into fall, we need to cover that too. So cutest Halloween and cute Halloween paper. And if you're into doing like cool kinds of Halloween treat boxes, this year we have the Tombstone treat boxes. Other years we've had coffin treat boxes, and I can't even remember all the different shapes. I'm kind of interested in these stars. I haven't purchased any yet, but these are adhesive backed sequin stars. So those might be nice to play with. And I did get some of this gingham ribbon. It's lovely. And here you can see they've taken a Stampin' Blends marker and colored the white so that instead of it being white and black gingham, they've got purple and black gingham. So that's a great idea to make your ribbon versatile. More Halloween, frightfully cute. Clever cats. These cats, they kind of remind me of retro cats here. And some funny little sayings with them. Some black glitter paper that's returning from last year. Harvest Meadow. I'm going to be using this in my September class of the month. I absolutely love this. Everything. I used the I Want It All code, the Sweet collection, and I bought everything that's in this suite. I love the stamps. I love the dies. I especially love that there's little stalks of wheat there. I love the time-worn type 3D embossing folder that kind of gives it that aged look. Love the crochet trim. Diamond weave ribbon is what they call it. But these brushed metallic dots are kind of cool. Cork specialty paper, yeah, as far as I can tell, it's real cork. It seems like the real McCoy. And then just those fall colors. So lots of really neat techniques that you can do with this suite. Here's a nice set of Christmas words, heartfelt wishes. They could be used in a lot of different Christmas cards, both inside and outside. And some returning favorite paper, the heartwarming hugs. Here's a multi-seasonal stamp set, Sparkle of the Season. So you can make wreaths and yeah, a few different occasions going on there. Uh-oh, I might have to have another nip it. I've got a tickle, just a sec. Usually just one of them does it, but here we go. Simpkins, established in 1921, clarifies the voice and clears the throat. Nippets, pure licorice pellets. Okay, I think the fun part is just trying to get it out of that little dispenser there. Okay, hopefully that'll do it. When is your September class and what do we have to bring? I need to send out, that's a good question, Inez. I need to send out an email about that. And so if if you are on my newsletter list, my email newsletter list, you'll get all the information. If you're not, you should message me with your email address, and then you'll get the info. Little delights. So a few different occasions there. Actually, I didn't even realize there's birthday wishes in that one too. Okay. Moving on, reflected in nature. This is very cool and definitely distinctive. Keep an eye out for some interesting cards that are going to be made with this set. Time of Giving. This has unique tag dies with it and very detailed dies. Really, oh, beautiful. There's even like the Santa with in the sleigh with the reindeer. So yeah, take a look at the details in this one. And there's some wheat too. I didn't get this bundle, but I looked long and hard at it. Okay, if you like big words, like stamp some words and, a layer of paper and be done. The big words, this, thinking, thanks, and peace is awesome. Here's some cute definitions for the fall and holiday occasions. Some sweet little guys. I really like the hedgehog holding the bowl of apples. And our final bundle here, it's got some borders, and we're covering a few different fall and holiday seasons here again. And some words to go with too. I think I could see some of these being used on like scrapbook pages. You can even die cut the borders if you get the coordinating dies. So, last thing I should show you, there's the index with, everything that we just looked at. So I don't need to show you the index, but I think, here it is. There are two special host sets, and they are available to people who have who host a party and have sales of $200 or more. You can use your host rewards towards these. One is called Amaryllis Abloom, and the other is with some cute little kids called Seasons of Fun. Okay, that's the Coles Note version of the July through December 2021 mini catalog, and now we're going to make a card. And I have to tell you that today's card is not my idea. It came from my good friend Tamara in Edmonton, and she got it from somebody whose name was Heidi, and I can't remember what Heidi's last name is, but just want you to know that this was not my idea originally, but it's such a good one. Because here's what you do. You get a piece of cardstock that's cut in half the long way. So it's 11 inches long and 4 1/4 inches wide. And you get a piece of plain cardstock that's 5 inches by 4 inches. And a piece of designer paper. This is where the designer paper comes in, and you're going to go into your stash. If you're on an iPad or a phone, take a screenshot of this right now. So you've got your measurements right here, and you're going to be able to make a whack of these in the next few days and use up some of that paper that you've got now, because you want to buy more paper from the mini catalog. Trust me, you want this iridescent paper. It is it's just beautiful. Okay, so once you've got your long card base cut, you need to score it at either end. So at one end, I'm going to score it 1.5 inches from the edge. Oops, I better get my black blade out of the way. I do not want to cut it. So 1.5 inches from that end. And I can score it in either direction. I can score it 1.5 inches that way, or I can score it like this, 1.5 inches that way. Either way, it works. Just because it's always you're measuring from the one end. Then I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to score it 4 inches from the other end. There we go. And this card, I decided it's like a gatefold card, but it's not a gatefold card that meets exactly in the middle. So I am calling it an offset gatefold card. I don't know if anybody else has come up with that name or not, but That's what I'm calling it. Okay, so the thing about this card is that you probably want to get out a bone folder and burnish those folds really well so it will kind of sort of stay shut. And then you might want to do it on both sides. It will still want to pop up a little bit, but the bone folder really does help to keep them down somewhat. Oh, you know what? I put my trimmer away, but I still need it because look at, there's 2 pieces here and I've only got like 1 piece of the cardstock and 1 piece of the designer paper. So we need to do some cuts on this. So this piece right here is 1.5 inches wide. So that means I need to go down 1/4 inch and I need to cut off 1 1/4 inches of the Blushing Bride cardstock. So there we go. That's it. Ta-da! Now you've got the 2 pieces of your cardstock layer for your card, just like that. Yeah, magic. I know. When I saw Tamara doing this, I'm like, this is so great because you start with 1 simple measurement and you get your 2 pieces easily. Okay, so that was 1.5, 1 1/4. So this one, you're going to just chop off 1 inch. It's going down by 1/4 inches. There we go. Oh dear. Did I do that right? Yeah, I did. Yeah. Ooh, I thought for a minute I'd made a mistake, but I think I've got it. Okay. And I'm going to glue those layers together. So you're going to notice on the back, there's a much brighter pink. This is polished pink on the back of this Whimsy and Wonder paper. So there's 2 pinks in it. There's Blushing Bride, which is the color of my cardstock layers. And then there's also polished pink. And then there is Mint Macaron and the Misty Moonlight, and the Mossy Meadow is the dark, dark green, and then some iridescent sparkly stuff. Okay, come on, you can do this. Here we go. Looks like my video froze. Interesting. I wonder why. My video on my iPad is frozen, but when I go stand up and look through the camera, it looks like I'm still going. So something weird is happening. Excuse me. There we go. The pieces are just going to go just like that. My goodness. I don't know if I'm going to be able to endorse the Nippets anymore because I'm still having problems with my throat here. They worked just like a charm every other day I used them. I'd have to talk to them. Okay. So this is the frayed grosgrain ribbon in Blushing Bride from the mini catalog, and it's featured with the Whimsy and Wonder. It's fine from your end. Oh, that's great. Thanks. Yeah, no, it's totally freezing on my iPad here. But anyways, okay, so I want my ribbon about-ish there, about 1/3 of the way up from the bottom. So I'm going to turn that over. Just use a bit of my Seal Plus. Thing is, once you paste the ribbon down like that, and if you're just using a tape runner, you can always lift it up and move it over if you need to. But I think that's pretty close to where I want it. Yeah. So it's going to be like that. I'm going to glue those layers down. It's always important to tie the ribbon on before you glue it down. And my friend Tamara actually, when she put her ribbon on here, she tied a bow, like, a complete bow with tails, and that looked very pretty. But I'm using a thicker ribbon. There's more thickness with this frayed ribbon, so I decided that I'm just going to do a knot, the faux knot. Lots of you have seen me do that. The quick and easy faux knot. Okay, close. And here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, and there we go. This is just, the thing about this card is that it showcases the paper. It just makes the paper the star of the show. And yeah, so pick your most favorite papers. I know you've got some that you're hoarding and that you're afraid to cut. That's the paper that you should pick to make this card. See, I went ahead, I did it, I was brave, and I cut right into that iridescent paper. And somebody's gonna love getting this card. Okay, so I have this stamp set called Christmas to Remember, which has lots of really nice Christmas sayings. And one of the reasons I decided to go with this bundle is that I really quite liked the label dies that are in this set. And some of you saw from last week's video how I have now learned you take your pen and you trace around all the pieces of the dies before you start pulling them off, and then when you're done you know exactly where to lay that little piece back down, and they all fit back on there. And the other thing now I've learned is that some sets of dies have 2 sheets, and so I will know that, okay, this is one of 2 sheets and this is the second of 2 sheets, and I'll be able to keep track that there's supposed to be 2 in this envelope. Besides the labels on here, there are some really interesting little pieces. Like these little pieces here make it so that you have a tag end, either at one or both ends of the labels. They're optional, and you just set those in when you go to run them through your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. These long ones you can put on ends of the dies, and you can make them like ribbon sliders. So lots of neat little things that you can do with these. Now, there are other non-framelit shapes, and a lot of these coordinate with the Christmas season that goes kind of with that painted Christmas paper. So except these are shown at 85%, so they're a little bit small, but inside you'll see there's the size, and they would coordinate with these various shaped dies here. So yeah, that's why basically I went with this set, because I really liked the framelits and how you could create the different little inserts and sliders and tag ends and that kind of thing. So I've cut in basic white. I've cut this die here, and then I've cut this one bigger, and that's in the Blushing Bride. And then I ran this one through the Tasteful Textiles embossing folder to give it a nice texture. And words, let's see, I do have some words. Okay, this one is a red rubber cling stamp, and I've got the words, have a holly jolly Christmas, and then try and stamp those with mint macaron on the white, the smaller white label. Great for boho. I'm not sure if you were talking about this, Inez, perhaps? Not sure. Anyways, I just saw that come through now. There's a delay, about a 10-second delay from when you type in the comment and I see it. And so sometimes half the time I forget to look up and see the comments. And then I'm like, oh, I wonder what she was referring to. Yeah, this could be, well, just an interesting painted look to this, or maybe this could be boho. The words? I don't know. The card fold. Oh, the fold. Yeah. Oops, that's just a piece of ribbon. Oh, sorry that you do keep logging in and out, Emmy. No worries. That's okay. Awesome. You know what? Just whenever you want to watch, I'm still here for just a few more minutes. Okay. Hopefully I can stamp this kind of sort of straight. I might have to stand up. Have a holly jolly Christmas. You know, the interesting thing about these words is that they're not perfectly straight. So even if you don't get them perfectly straight on the label, it's still kind of good because they're not perfectly straight. I'm going to do another one, and I'm going to pick my favorite. I cut 2 of these so then I could pick the one that I think I like best. Sometimes I'm weird like that. Have a holly jolly Christmas. They're both pretty much the same. Oh well, I'll use this one. So let's see, dimensionals. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if I can get that somewhat centered. Like that. Okay, now I'm going to put this right about here on the card. So this label is going to overlap the smaller flap, but I don't want it stuck to that flap because I want the card to be able to open like that. So I'm going to put more dimensionals, but they're just going to be on this side. So I don't like to put dimensionals right on the ribbon. Sometimes you have to, but I like to put them on either side of the ribbon, and then the ribbon can just slide through in between. And then I'll put a couple of dimensionals at this end here. And that should be good. The ribbon will help kind of make it so it doesn't sag too much in the middle of the label. Let's see, something like that-ish. Okay, and I said I was going to do this as a faux knot, so I'm going to pull in again a little bit of this frayed ribbon, and I don't know, cut off maybe about like 5 inches, something like that. And now I have to remember, how did I do this? I think I did this, was it this end over this end? To get the knot the way I wanted it to go. Oh yeah, something like that. So there we go. Yeah, so you can see when I do my faux knot like this, that if I don't stick the middle of the ribbon down, I just stick it at the ends, then I can slide this wherever I want it to be. And once it's there, if you don't want it to be able to slide as much, you can put a glue dot under there. 5 inches seems to be pretty good. I can cut a little bit of this off. I'm not even sure it was exactly 5 inches, but it was about-ish. Okay, now there's one more thing that I did for my sample card. I decided that I wanted to have some greenery. First of all, I thought I would do like the holly leaves because that's what's here is holly leaves. But then I decided, no, I want to do something that makes it a little bit different and a bit of contrast. So I decided to go for this set of leaves. And then what I discovered is that this is 2-step. So this partial set of leaves and these leaves overlap one another. And so here's what I'm going to try. That's as if I can find my white pieces of cardstock. Oh, and I'm going to need this, my foam mat, because now I'm going to be using these dyes and they are photopolymer. Okay, here we go. So I'll show you how I did. I stamped this one with 2-step stamping, and then I'll show you another one that I did, and you can just tell me which one you think you like best. So we have choices here today. Okay, so I've got mint macaron, and I'm going to do it full strength, and then I'm going to stamp it stamped off, and my scrap piece of white. So I'm doing the dark one first because it's easier to see through the dark color. So this is full strength mint macaron, pushing into the foam mat. And then this one's going to be stamped off. So there's my full strength, and I'm just going to stamp it off lightly, and then I'm going to huff it, breathing on it to activate. And now you can see the dark ink shows through the light color much, much better. If you do it the opposite and try to look through and find the light ink through the dark, it's hard. Okay, I feel like I might be off with my, but not bad. Okay, this didn't quite line up, but that's the gist of how these two steps work. So this is just mint macaron, light and dark, but I did stamp it here with mint macaron, full strength, and then I stamped the other color of green that's in here, which is the mossy meadow. And I thought, ooh, that seems really dark. So when I did my first sample card, I just did the mint macaron in the two light and dark shades. So I'm going to lay these down, and we'll call this, here, mix these up. There's the light. This is A, and this is B. Let me know what you think. For this card, should I go with the mint macaron only, or should I go with the mint macaron and the mossy meadow? They're both M&M. So in the comments, just put A or B, and whichever gets the most votes, then that's the one that I'll cut out. I've got my my baby boss here to cut with. So we've got one for B, and oh, Emmy says, I do like the dark because you can see it better. Yeah, no, that's a good point. And I mean, it does bring out that bit of the darker green that's in the paper for sure. Karen says B. It sounds like B is getting the, oh, there's one for A. I'll just wait a couple more seconds and see. All right. I think we'll stop there. I'm not getting any more letters coming through, so we're going to go with B. All right. Here we go. So, the die. I hope it's in here. It should be, because look I can't see any empty spaces yep, there it is. I've got to always remember, put your things back where they belong. It's always things that I taught the kindergarten kids when I was a teacher, right? And it's funny how hard that is sometimes. Okay, got the baby boss here. I'm going to cut this out with the two. Actually, I think this is the nicest one. They matched. I did the two-step stamping, matching up the best there. Let me turn this over. Now, I think I might have enough stickiness. Look at this. I might have enough stickiness in one of these sticky notes to hold this in place. Because there's no magnetic platform for the baby boss. Well, not yet anyways. Wouldn't that be nice if they came out with one? Okay. Okay, hold that in place. Don't move. Now, that's going to stick out a little bit, so we're going to fold that up. Here we go. Line things up. Going through the hamster wheel. Do 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 do. Wow. Okay. Here we go. We've got some greenery coming for the card. There. Look at me. I'm going to do this. I'm going to put it back right where it belongs right now in its little spot. Kind of reminds me of, when there's a crime scene on TV and they have the outline of the body. There it is. The crime scene outline. Crime scene for cutting cutting the stamped image. So now I have a dimensional in there, so this could go here, but I think that kind of puts it off too far. So I'm just going to go tuck in right about here, and I will grab some of the baby dimensionals, and I'm not even going to bother putting adhesive on the stem because that's going to get tucked in. So I think just the main thing is to get that stuck down, and the rest of it will be okay, tucked inside of the labels. The Baby Boss, yes. See, I have a big machine that's like twice as big as that one, Amy, and we call it the Big Boss. And so this little machine that does cutting and embossing is the Baby Boss. Yeah. Alrighty, so there we go. There's card for tonight and done. And I'm really, really hoping that lots of you get out your designer papers and cut your paper. This is the DSP, and this is the cardstock. CS for cardstock. And this is the card base. And you're going to make some of these cards and make someone's day, make their day happy, give them some happy mail, or maybe send some birthday cards or whatever. Use up some of that paper that you have, so then you'll be able to order some more of the pretty papers from the new mini catalog, and you'll be able to earn a celebration item or two or so from the new celebration brochure. So I'm glad you like the cards. Thank you so much. Yeah, the colors. I just love the colors in this paper. It is such pretty paper, and the iridescence in it just gets my heart pounding. So if you have any questions about Stampin' Up! Or card making supplies, if you are in Canada, I can help you out. If you don't have a demonstrator and you'd like copies of these brochures, please be in touch, and I'll do my best to help you. And thank you so much for spending some time with me tonight. I really appreciate that you stopped by to see what I made, and we'll talk to you another day. Bye for now.